Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and now I am covering the International Party 9-hole cup tournament. This will be the rookie division. Holes number 1, 2, and 3 should be able to get you off to a very fast start, as we're going to be taking a look at an eagle, a hole-in-one, and an albatross. So a potential to start with a perfect -7 through the first 3 holes. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope that you're going to find this video helpful. Please smash that subscribe button and that like button before you leave. And let's head on to hole number 1. Hole number 1 is a par 4. I'm going to show you 2 different ways you can play hole number 1. The first way is going to be with the berserker, and it's going to be aggressive. The other way is going to be with a titan. It'll be non-aggressive. Here we're going to try to go over the water. And the thing that I like about this drive is, it's pretty easy to make it with this berserker. 6 top, couple bars of side spin to the right. Now the thing about it is though, you could end up in the rough or you could end up in the sand. Now you'll see here that I do land on the fairway, but that's probably more due to because I hit a pretty nasty great left shot. There is no elevation on this shot. It's a simple point and aim. My reference point is, you're going to notice here that whenever I extend my ball guideline, or just my ball guideline in general, it's aiming directly over that green bush. So if you look at my yellow ball guideline, there's a big rock right there. To the left of that rock is a bush. I'm just aiming over that, and then I'm going full blast and letting it rip. That'll bring us to shot number 2. Shot number 2, I do play at 0% at max. I was there in between clubs, so I decided to play with my wedge. Here, we're not getting a true ball guideline, so I kind of just had to gauge and play it by feel. But you'll see that on this account that I have the Firefly. I leave it a little bit short of the hull, just because we're getting a 5-mile-per-hour tailwind push. This is basically the highest wind that you can encounter in rookie division. But the good part here is with a perfect ball, I do get it in the hole. And then on the next replay, where you're going to see a non-aggressive route, we also pick up the eagle as well. So hole number 1 looks good for an eagle chance. But like I said, you could go long into the rough. You could go into the sand. But that would be okay because you're still going to be left with a short shot to eagle. And no matter what, you have to hit perfect. So you got to hit perfect on that shot, and you got to hit perfect out of the sand or the rough to get the ball to drop. But if you don't feel like going that route, I don't blame you. It is scary to go over water. Here, we're going to go with just a Titan ball, 4.5 top, 2 bars of side spin to the right. Same thing, landing spot. Take a look at that bush that I'm aiming at. There's a bush kind of out there by itself. Again, I'm going with overpower. This time it wasn't full OP. It was almost full OP. But regardless, I'm just trying to hit the rough here and then roll out onto the fairway. That's really all that I'm looking to do on this shot. And then shot number 2, I'll be taking with my backbone. And you're going to notice here I apply quite a bit of backspin. And I just aim my ball guideline directly at the hull. And we do get this thing to drop as well. Yeah, 0% admit. I was making sure that I had the elevation on there. But anyways, you see there, full backspin, aiming the ball guideline directly at the hole, making sure that very last bounce is right before the cup. Perfect ball. And we do get this thing to fall in nicely into the hole, pretty much dead center for that eagle. That'll take us here to hole number 2. Again, I'll show you 2 different club options. The first one's with a Viper, second one is with a Sniper. Now the clubs are playing very differently. So here I'm going with a little bit of top spin combined with a little bit of side spin to the left. I'm also playing the Viper shot negative elevation. I don't know exactly why the Sniper and the Viper are playing 2 separate ways when it comes to elevation. That's kind of confusing to me, but that is the case. On this club, if I do not apply that left side spin, then we're going to miss to the right-hand side. Now that could have something to do with the power stat of the club. Maybe the ball's coming in a little bit stronger with the Viper or the Sniper. But regardless, that shot was very consistent with the Viper once I figured it out. This shot right here is also very consistent with the Sniper as well. Here I'm playing at 0% at mid. So on this club, 0% at mid. You're noticing here I'm going with about the same amount of top spin, but I am applying no side spin whatsoever. Both clubs, we're putting our yellow ring right there on the top of the rough line, just like that. And then from here, we make our pull. Again, Sniper is being pulled 0% at mid. Perfect ball. And we do get this thing to drop very nicely into the hole for the hole-in-one on hole number 2. So those 2 holes were from the Wiseacre Ranches. Now we're going to head over to Sakura Hills, and it's going to be our first par 5. We're just going to go no moving target with a Kingmaker, and the reason we're going Kingmaker here is just simply because of the headwind. When I say no moving target, that simply means I want you to apply your spins. In this situation, 6 bars of top spin combined with 3 bars of side spin to the right. If you're an extra mile level 9 player, go ahead and keep it at 6 bars. Obviously, if you're an extra mile level 7 or below, you'll have to go 4.5 top. And you could go with a little bit of overpower if you wanted to try to get in the same yard range as I am on the drive. But that's okay if you don't, because all we want to do is take shot number 2 with the Sniper anyways. So you don't need to get a ton of yards on this drive. All right, after we set our spins, then we do move our target only to adjust for the wind. Shot number 1, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Here, I take a normal shot. And then, like I said, I'm just trying to get myself within Sniper range, which I am here. It's going to be minimum distance, 0% at minimum. Now, the one thing about this one is, take a look at the landing spot, okay? Look at the spin. Here we're using about 2.9 back and about 0.9 left. Again, I want my yellow ring at the top of the rough. That's about the most consistent bounce that we can get on this hole. Take a look at my offset. All right, that offset is important to note because if you don't, you're probably going to miss to the left. A lot of people struggle with shot number 2 on this hole, and they find it inconsistent. It's just because of where you're putting your target at. You want to play shot number 2 close to the rough, or the top of the rough line, which I know is dangerous, but it is the most consistent rollout on this hole. You'll see here that even with the offset to the right-hand side of the cup, I still drop that one in the left-hand side of the cup. So that green or that rough rollout is definitely pushing from right to left pretty aggressively. That's the first 3 holes. I hope you found it helpful. I'll continue to play the rest. Thanks, everybody.